that without trying. You want to do?
Without trying, gang.
God, but achieve higher, and everybody wants to stay at the G level.
Right.
So, but there's a homeless man out here.
Yeah, let the people know, man, where you from, your age if you want to, and
I was born in Iowa, 8/23/80. I was a twin. I was taken at birth from the military. I've been part of the Spartan Javelin program, so I've been a military person since I was a child. I was in Ukraine, part of the freedom fighters, got in POW there, fighting drones and clone bots, basically. Got back to the United States to my identity being stolen over 120 times. Wow. I have no money in my bank account, and now living on the street. And people attack and hunt the homeless to think that they can be science projects for them or somebody they can hurt. They even give them poisoned food. I found poisoned homeless people on the ground in different places. And it's about we're supposed to stick up for one another. We're supposed to liberate each other, not push each other down. You see one down, try to raise them up. Don't hold them down when they're already hurting.
Right.
When you find out like you lost some of your family after you get back from being locked up, I got bullet holes in my body. I have drill holes in my feet. I have bullet holes in my back. Still here.
So that's all from going to war.
Yeah.
Much.
I'm from the Fog Island. I was at NORAD before, also the Fog Island, a couple of the hidden mountains that are here.
Okay, where's Fog Island? Where's
Fog Island's actually Bermuda Triangle itself that we put dirt on top of the old shipwrecks to understand more of the whole of the spiritual world, to know how to fix it. Like I'm what they call blue collar reverend. I get sent to the suicide woods, sacrificial waters, all that. I can feel the tug and pull because I'm a clairvoyant.
Right.
So I feel energy from people. Like that's how I know who to talk to, who not to talk to.
Right. You felt my energy, huh? Yeah.
Usually I don't ask nobody for anything.
Right. You don't seem like it. And the thing is, I think I might have drove past you one day. I don't be out here a lot, but I think I seen you walking around. I was like, if I ever see him, it's weird because I was like, man, you look familiar. I was like, if I ever see him, I'm gonna try to talk to him, man.
You might want to giggle. My code, actually, because I'm part of the Spartan Javelin program, my code is 00117-187-7211. That's my code.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so you know it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And when you're special forces, you in special forces, you have no identification.
So how do you feel about that, man? You going through all this with, you know,
you come back around.
You come back around and it's like nobody cares about you.
It's not cool.
It's not cool.
I got off of Alabama in Bremerton, the dude saluted me, gave me $100 and said, "Kathy, you're supposed to be dead."
What?
When I got out of the base, there's a 3-story gates. I got out of there and they had combat bots on the ground with the old, like, wrong country emblems on it, like the old emblems. And when I broke one apart, it had like human stuff in it, but not human stuff in it. Like scientifically electrified stuff running the robot to keep it where it like didn't show up on radar or nothing.
Right. And what year was this?
That would have been almost 7 years ago.
Oh wow! So
I've been walking for a while to get back here. I've only been here for a day before Christmas Eve.
And you walk from where?
Bremerton, Washington.
Washington State.
Yes.
To Maryland.
I was all the way in New York and all that, and finally I got in Delaware.
Wait, you didn't walk across the country?
Yes, I did.
You didn't get no rides on the low?
Every once in a while, somebody would stop and grab me. I wouldn't put my thumb out or nothing, and they'd take me up.
Get you a little somewhere further,
And it was kind of cool. Sometimes with a cop, they'd give me $20 and said, "I'll get something to eat and stuff."
And that process took you how long?
A couple years, man.
A couple years.
Yeah, because I went down, like, I found stuff in Dakota where fake cops were going through, throwing people out of their houses, and I ran through and caught a baby that a fake cop went to throw on the ground. They gave the baby back to the mom, and I beat the crap out of 28 freaking guys. They weren't even cops. The badge was like plastic, and it broke. Yeah.
What?
Trying to give a bad name to our law enforcement.
And where this was at?
In Dakota on the downside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, over by where they have a tunnel going through for the highway and the train. Right. I was walking over the mountain.
Oh, wow.
And because you can't walk through the tunnel, so I went up over.
Yeah.
And when I was coming back down, you heard screaming and everything, and I came running down.
Dang.
So it's just what we got to do, man. Stand for one another. It's about, like, I pray to, like, Gabriel, the old arch warrior angel of life and death. He's a noble grim reaper that will come onto the top soil, bless us to be on the top of the ground, who helpeth if all the dark runs ragged. There's one that fights for the day and fights for the night to come, and then fight for the day to come again to fight all the evil out of the night. That's your Gabriel, the archangel of life and death. Condor.
Let me ask you a question, man. You coming up, how was your childhood, man? As far as you have two parents in your household, or how was that?
Only thing I knew his family was military.
Military.
That's it. I was taken at birth. It was a project they were trying to do, and I ended up passing with flying colors, and I got sent to another one, another one, another one. That's all I knew.
So you never even
My
knew
twin brother lived here, which was named Shuan Robert Burns. I'm Shuan Robert Burns, but he was spelled S-H-A-W-N, S-H-E-W-N.
Right.
I'm S-H-A-U-N, but they gave him my name at the end, and somebody hunted him down and killed him.
What?
Yep.
So that's the only family member you know?
So that, and then his parents, I tried to call him mom and dad, but I never knew him. I was taken at birth.
You never speak to your parents, ever?
Not until nowadays. I've seen them a couple times to come up here, but...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's rough, man.
It's hard.
Damn, man.
That's life.
Yeah, you're right.
But all I know is, like, people, like, at one area I got shot in my abs, and I just started laughing at the guy, and he was like, why are you laughing? I was like, dude, pain to me is love.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
That's all I've known. I got sniper holes in my kneecap and everything else, man. So
right, yeah.
They call me Wounded Warrior Program.
It's a blessing you're still here, man.
Yes, sir. That's why it's about how you stand each day to how you represent each other.
Yes.
And that's all you can be.
Right.
Always show, simplify, hoorah, simplify life. Stand for one another to always stand. Do not ever let the tyranny take your family.
Yes, sir.
And tyranny comes upon the ground, does socialism or anything like that, you're going to lose everything.
Right.
Your banks will shut down, government will shut down, and they'll start running you like cattle on your own land. You have to watch out for that.
Right. Definitely, man. Hey, man, definitely good talking to you, man.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for that.
Man. Hey, no problem, man. I got a little donation for you too, man.
Oh, really?
Hey, what's your name, man?
Well, they call me Sean, but cosign's Nomad or Dooner.
Okay. All right, that's a bet. Definitely good talking to you, man. I'm gonna come check them on you too, man.
All right,
for
bud.
sure.
Like for IQ, like it should be pure knowledge. I learned everything by hands-on.
Right.
Like military was good when we could we didn't graduate. A lot of us country boys would drop out and go out in the field and work for our mom and dad, you know, for our family. And then if a war happened, we'd come in, get in our uniforms, and get out and fight.
Right.
Like Eisenhower, the bully beater back a long time ago. Out of mean son of a gun.
Yeah.
So Captain Eisenhower actually still lives today.
Right.
He's a metahuman.
Yeah.
But like what's going on is a lot of people, bank accounts being hacked. They used your identity like internet. Like when you get into a window or what, also they get a couple pop-ups. That's it connecting to you. And actually, when you start doing your credit card or whatever, it takes it into another program and sends it to somebody else, and then they get your credit card number and they start using it.
It's your whole identity.
Yep. And then you lose your identity. Like back in the day, we didn't use our social security number.
Right.
And then also when they start implementing to use your social security number, then you've seen more identity thefts start happening and all that. And then when you've seen bank account numbers being used, more identities started getting stolen.
Yeah.
And like, I walked the trails, I found so many dead people and just needles beyond needles on the trail.
Wow.
And then when you start having more cancer people die.
Yeah, where was this at? This was
that was in Bloody Tip.
Okay.
That way, and then I was even in the Gap. Now in the Gap, you had people being held by combat bots. They're dead on the ground with the combat bot. Laptops, like military stuff, all set around, and the people just laid out dead on the ground. I'm sitting here like,
damn.
There ain't nobody here but dead people. And I was like, I went somewhere and got a phone. I was like, do you guys know what happened here at the Gap? It is like empty. There is nobody here. Does the news have this? And the guy told me the news is shut down. It just gives you a little bit here. And I was like, you're being invaded.
Wow.
But that's what that is. That's an invasion tactics. And they had the needles, like the residue on it was fentanyl, Seroquel mixed, and actually high opium type mixture together. And when you put that in somebody, that will sedate them, numb them out, and drop them down. Kind of like back in the day when they did truth serum on people. This will be so much worse on you. Kind of like how Thorazine they use for sleeping medication for your really crazy people.
Right.
But then it gave real bad ticks and kirks and made you like kirk out, drool, and all that. You mix that with a different thing and then turn on a signal. If they and heighten it, it will actually can kill you or solidify your organs.
Wow.
Yeah, like I've ran into that. Someone sitting there, they look like they're fine, and then you touch them, it's like,
wow.
Okay, it's like a nuclear fallout, but it happened in their body. Like that's what I've been running into. Like over in the sands, ran into where, like, you remember CCP for like RoboCop?
Okay,
They
yeah.
had that big heavy with the guns on. They had those motherfucking Hummers over in the sand.
Right.
They had those big ones, and it was a half a human inside it running it. They
What?
cut it and put him in for biological.
Wow.
And find out the human in there was actually a clone that they were using as a freaking like power source for the system.
So what was you doing there? Like, what was your job?
I went to go when the
Pretty
tarmac got taken, we had to do research and find out who all was there. Like your news showed it way later. It was the third day after the tarmac was taken. The old Russian-Ukraine emblem was on a plane with the China old emblem and Taiwan old emblem landing there. Old Harriers, not the F-18 Super Hornets, but the old Marine Harriers that someone somehow got.
Wow, yeah.
And it was the whole plan is all these other countries are coming because we helped them. You know how much money we loaned to them and all the food we sent to them and everything.
Right.
They came to say we owe them. They don't owe us. So they came in and infiltrated our White House, our Senate, our schools to teach our kids wrong and to say that we owe the other country and lower our value, our dial of our money when we're superior. We go and help you. And then you would come at us when you could have just helped us and not think you had to pay us. But they came in to lower our morale and find out what made the big brothers military so undefeatable.
Right.
And so they came after our special kids. Like, you notice how many people come up missing.
Right.
That's what I was running into in every state. Like the special children were coming up missing. The stronger men that some reason were genetically stronger just at birth came up missing. They've been hunting to make a super soldier program.
Oh, wow.
And that's what's going on. So I just hang out like, okay, what's going on around here?
So do you have any children?
Ain't no.
No children?
No. I had a son and he got killed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So.
So what made you come from the West Coast to come over? What made you say, like, I want to come to the East Coast?
Well.
And were you homeless on the West Coast?
Yeah, I walked all the way through.
Oh, okay.
I lived outside, slept out.
So how long have you been homeless for?
Over 8 years.
Over 8 years?
Yeah, well, they blew up my island where I sleep usually, so.
Wow.
And I got sent to Japan to go take care of, they were doing a super soldier program there, and they tore into our Mugu goo, the reefs. They're full of Mugu goo that helps filtrate the water and all that. It's the Mugu of life.
Okay.
What Mugu of life is for like our newborn fish and everything.
Right.
And so they did research on that, and they went and found the land reefs and dug in them too and took out the Mugu, trying to make special superpowered people. It's like you're stealing, you're not going to make a superpowered person, you're going to make a devil.
Right.
When you're putting that stuff together, you're going to make a devil.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Like the Dark Elves from a long time ago, okay? Yeah, I seen a movie with that in it, but the Dark Elves actually existed a long time ago. They lived within the mountains, and they would come out and feast on people, the 21 days of darkness.
Yeah.
And it depends what you did in your life to what, if they came out after you or if they passed you, went to something else.
Right.
And that's what they were made from, is eating a coral reef of the land, of a mountain, and it turned them into like almost like a vampire, but not a vampire, almost like a legend, basically, a troll slash a vampire mixed together.
Gotcha.
Make you think almost of a dinosaur, but they're not.
Right.
And they'll come right on out to you and just grab you and take you off in the bush. And we've had them like Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
The movie. Well, there actually was a Blair Witch Project done.
Right.
Because that mountain range, that happened there. It was old coal mines, and these came out of the mountain and get campers and take them in and kill them. So then the lands became extremely haunted. So if you walked, you felt like somebody was pulling on you.
Oh, wow.
So, and I felt it around here sometimes walking around.
Right.
So.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what would you say rougher, like, far as the Washington or being here, as far as being homeless? Like, I know it's a little colder up there, right?
Here ain't too bad, man. I've been in Antarctica.
So the cold don't bother you really.
No, cold don't bother me, but like I've been in New York. I went to New York before I came here.
What, in the city or?
Yeah, I went all the way down in the city.
Okay, yeah, that's.
Sat down by the interstate, and some guys came up and handcuffed me, started beating on my legs and stuff. And I stood up and handcuffed them with their handcuffs.
Oh wow!
Right. Illegal.
Exactly right.
But I found in every state.
Yeah, some wild people out there.
Well, I found in every state there's a group of people hunting us homeless people.
Right.
So I'm fitting in with the homeless people. Let's find out who you are.
Right.
And that's what you got to do.
Have you been in D.C.?
I went through D.C. and I went to the area next to D.C. and that's when I ran into some things there that was crazy. The balloons that came through,
Yeah.
they were dropping, when they deflated is when they dropped their drones.
Oh,
And
wow.
I call them drones, but they're combat bots.
Okay.
They got some human biological in them and not all human.
Yeah.
And so they can talk.
Right.
So
That's crazy.
it is crazy. That's why the news is shut down.
Yeah.
Someone bought it out and shut it down instead of letting you see everything.
Right.
Like there were places that had they used it was trying to remember the name of the gas it was, but they were using it was almost like Thorazine but not Thorazine, and a mixture, and it was turned into vapor, basically vaporized. When it blew up, it just went woof in the air,
Right.
turned into almost like fog, but it wasn't fog. It was almost like Agent Orange type stuff. Like people would like get it, a little breathe up, and they turn a little psychotic, and then they drop down. It was like,
Wow.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Be
know
right
that's
there
one
up
of the-
close and
one of-
personal. It's like,
Yeah.
this ain't cool.
So what you say was the worst thing you seen, man, as far as the,
So far
without
right now?
being too crazy, you know, you ain't got to get into detail, but
It would be a person that would not stop attacking me after I got done beating it down. Found out that it was a person made out of elephant bone, ivory and stuff, like a clone they made. Had ivory robotic joints in them, and the skin of like your lion, tiger mixed together to then grow the tissue of what they had on it from a genetic growth.
wow.
And our doctors are the wrong doctors are trying to act like God
Right.
and make people. That's why certain people come up missing. They take them and take them for genetics. Like I found out in Antarctica, that's where they were stashing all the blood that they were taking, and organs, and any like sample they take from you from like colonoscopy and cancer or anything like
They
that.
got like a big building. I think I seen something about
Yeah,
that.
they had a runway and everything, and it was in the side of the
right.
place, man. That's where
Right.
Clark used to live.
That's crazy, yeah.
That's what we always talked about. Like, that's Clark's house, and you guys built a fort in Clark's house. I'm gone.
Right.
So it's like the most dangerous thing I ever seen would have been the stuff that was coming out of the ice in Greenland. And
What's
they
that?
looked like raptors, but they weren't raptors. They were like a mixture of a troll and a raptor put together. And it came out on the ice. It would drag you into holes and eat you.
So they had weapons too, or it's just
No,
they
they
just
just came out.
and grab you
Yeah,
up?
like freaking, like a trollish like dinosaur would come on out and grab you and yoke you.
What?
And it's like, I'm out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
But
That's,
like I always tell everybody, if you feel something pulling on you, just ignore it and keep moving forward and just say it's a good day. Do not,
right.
don't pay it no mind, because if you don't scream, they're looking for screams. They're looking for you to be like, they're looking, trying to push you
Yeah,
down.
okay.
If you stay standing and just keep on going,
Right. They train for the nervousness.
yes,
Right.
they're trying to find the people that they can scare, and that's what they feed on.
Oh, wow.
And that's why you got to show them no fear at all. And I say, I'm never scared. If they keep picking on me, you're going to make me lose my mind.
Right.
And then I'm going to go postal.
Right. Yeah, uh-huh.
Nickname's insane, so
Okay, yeah.
got it down my right arm.
Uh-huh. You
Things you see
man,
sometimes will make you
everybody got
wiggle.
a little bit of that in them, but you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Sure. Hey, if you had a message for anybody out here, man, going through some stuff like you are, man.
That's simple. Always stay proud. And what I mean about proud is always stand for what you were taught as a child. Never, ever, ever bow to the enemy. Rise up to the saints and always stand together. Know all of us are soul brothers and sisters. No one's greater than anyone else. To always stand together. Stand for a proper cause. To liberate each other from tyranny and rise up to the light. Let your light within you shine and show the true strength of you.
Yes, sir.
Be blessed.
Yes, sir, man. You have a blessed one, man.